Hello, my name is Cheryl Wilson, and I'm an abstract artist. Those are returning. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and just taking a chance with me, being with me sometimes, learning what I do in the week. Sometimes I will show you a painting from start to finish. Other times we just talk about abstract art. Those that are new here, welcome. And I do abstract paintings, mainly large ones. I sell them all over the world. And I wanted to share what I know on the YouTube channel. And for those that are members, it's really growing. We're up to like 23 now. And I appreciate all of you. And here's your names. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you being a part of my journey with me and letting me be a part of your journey. And several of you that are in the Master Artisan program know that I love to review your paintings. I spend a lot of time on looking at them and doing some renditions of changing value or shapes, things like that. And you'll be getting a card from me in December to thank you for being at that level with me. Those that are the supporters and those that are the artisans, I love you equally. I just am so appreciative of all of you. And I say all that because I want to thank so many of you for the well wishes with my surgery. Today, I think it's been a month. It was on this eye, and you will see me more than likely wearing my glasses a lot. I don't have the vision back yet. I have partial vision. For those that don't know, I had a hole in my retina, and I'm kind of young, he said, for this to have happened to me, but I'm nearsighted, very nearsighted. I had LASIK years ago, and because of that, they said about 7 years ago I had to have a first surgery. That went really well. However, this one was a lot more intense, and I do have a gas bubble in my eye. I'm not going to talk a lot about this. Those that are in my age bracket and above, may have had this type of surgery. It does happen, from what I understand, to the older generation. Those that are younger probably get bored, but I am going to actually show you some things that I've been doing this week. One of them is challenging because I have to do small beats, but I thought you would enjoy seeing some of the things I do for the holiday. But I wanted to start with this painting back here. I sent this off. I'm with a couple online art galleries, and I do sell on both of those sites. I sell prints on one of them periodically, but my art has gone all over the world, so I really appreciate them. I got contacted a couple months ago for a interior design type of a showing. One of, I think, 10 artists in the U.S. got chosen to have the art go down to this location in Miami. And although they said it was a very bad weather situation, it was up on a terrace, the visual of my art being shown was to a lot of people. It almost got sold, but it didn't, and they shipped it back to me. I got it back yesterday, and I was kind of devastated. I have shown in my YouTube, I think, how to wrap a package. If not, there's plenty of ways. I mean, when I ship my art out to customers, or I ship it even, for these art galleries, they actually will send a courier to pick it up. There's certain things that as artists we do. We use glassine paper, never bubble wrap. Bubble wrap in certain weather will stick to the art. It'll cause an impression. You always use like some kind of thicker board, a foam cord, or a thick cardboard, especially on the side where the canvas is. And then usually I reinforce the back. Then you add corners, because when you ship anything in a cardboard box with any carrier, I've shipped with all carriers, there is a chance that it's going to get damaged. A lot of times you'll ship it and I always put ship this end up so it ships up and down. Not all the time does it end up being up and down. I have never had a painting damaged. I know a lot of artists have, even though they wrap them that way. But this was supposedly a company that was really well known down in Orlando that wrapped this painting to ship it back. And they wrapped it in bubble wrap that was this wide. So it was like sheets around like that. They weren't even stuck together. 2 pieces of this loose tape, and it was falling off. And then they put it just like that down in a box so it wiggled. Nothing in front to protect the canvas, nothing in the back, no corner protectors, nothing to keep the canvas from joggling back and forth. Well, I'm going to show you, I'll put it right here, that the back wooden brace got so jostled that it got snapped off. There's no way to repair that. And then there's like a 6-inch rip. I'll show you that here. And that happened because something got poked in the front of the box, I believe. And of course, the canvas was right there. And so it just ripped a hole. Now, the hole that was in the box didn't seem to match the rip in the canvas. So I don't know if that happened. I don't know when that happened. Anyway, I tell you all that because a lot of us are trying to, our goal is not just to make art. There's a lot of people on the channel that are just learning to make art, but at some point you will sell, and others at this point are selling, and there are going to be times that things are going to happen. Now I'm in, right now I've just sent emails to ask what, what they're going to do, because the painting is ruined. You cannot sell. This is a $3,000 painting, and it's not going to sell. I'm going to have to take it off of the frame because the frame is ruined, and I'm going to have to cut it down. So it's going to have to be reframed. It's going to be an expense to me. So I've lost the frame. I've lost the full painting, and it's going to have to be a smaller painting. So that was a little discouraging this week, but things happen, and wrapping your paintings as an artist when you ship them to a client is, to me, a 2-hour project. You don't just bubble wrap around it with a couple pieces of tape, throw it in the box, and take it to the UPS and say, here you go, send it. It's something that you do so that when it does get to the other end, you've done everything you can to ensure that you have packed that painting to the best of your ability. And then the other thing I did this week was I started on a couple projects. I'm going to pop you over to my art table because I want to show you a couple things that I'm doing this week, and then I want to do an actual demonstration on some watercolor paper on the trees I made for some cards, because it's something that you can do. It's a lot of fun. It's relatively easy. They're very loose and abstract-like, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to try, especially if you want to give some handmade cards this Christmas, or if you want to do a piece of art and frame it, because to me, they're that pretty. So let's hop on over to my table and take a look at a couple of the other things I've been doing this week. So I'm just showing you these. I'm not going to do a demo on these, but I wanted to show you. I, in the past, have made these like hors d'oeuvre trays. They're these very large tiles, and then I paint them and then resin them. And so there's quite a few people out there that have them. And so periodically, I will have customers ask me for the, like things to put on the hors d'oeuvre trays to serve, like serving utensils. So I've got, and I'm working with these, and it's a little difficult because my eyesight is still kind of poor, but I got these. You can just on Amazon get these regular, here's some smaller little silver ones. Right now I'm commissioned to do some with gold. These are very dainty gold with like little leaves at the bottom. Then I got some regular gold ones with very plain. And then I got some cute little spoons that I'm going to do up. But I kind of want to show you what they look like. They're very beautiful when you do them. They're very easy to do. And so I just take wire. I have a big bucket of wire of, different colors of wire. I have silver, I have copper, and I have gold. So I just take this wire, and this is a 22 gauge. And then I take little jewelry pliers, and then I just start. And normally what I do is I just start with a little, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little, at the bottom here, a little curl, and then I just add the beads. And I get beads from all over Michael's. You can get some on Amazon. You just type in jewelry beads, all different sizes, and you can do themed type, like all blues or blues and golds. I like a mixture. So I just grab a mixture. But that's one of the things I've been playing with. Like I said, it's a little challenging because I can't see as well right now. But I'm making it work, and I'm having fun. And then the next thing I'm working on, let me switch gears here. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is, I wanted just to show you, now I'm not a watercolorist, but that's why I want to show this to you, because I created some Christmas cards, and the ones I really like the best are these trees. And so I wanted to just do a very simple demonstration, because if I can make these trees, because I'm abstract with acrylic, then it's something that I think just about anyone can do. I used some gold on this one, just splattered some gold. I got out some glitter for this one. This one is just like a pink tree, a little bit different style. And then there's like a Christmas bulb. But I wanted to do this style and just do a demonstration, because I know that if I can do this, you can do it. So I have these cards, and one of the things I've learned is when you work with 100% cotton, the outcome of the way, if you're just doing watercolor, this is my opinion only, I like using cotton. If you're going to do mixed media and have different things, then that's why I've never really been that adamant about using just cotton. I've been more open to other papers, but when you're going to do just watercolor and you want that effect, I've learned there's just nothing that can beat it. I've got 2 palettes of, or tens, or whatever you call it, a watercolor. This one is the Mission, which I'm loving that. It's not like cheap. And then this one is, I think it's called Karataki. Karataki Ganson. And the one I have, so I have 2, but I got one with pink. But it has some beautiful greens in there. So I'm using the brushes that have the round end. And this here is, one will be, for my dirty brush, one will be, I'm hoping to keep it that way, for the dip to get the clean water. That's what I've heard is a good way to go, and I'm going to try it. Although when I get going, who knows if I'm not going to dip in the wrong bucket. So to start, I'm just going to start with some green. You could start by putting a line down to keep you, well, maybe I'll do that, because what I think that does is it helps keep you straight when you're doing your tree. So let me, if I have my star up here, let me just come down. It was kind of crooked, and that's okay. Now, what I liked about this particular tree is I like the fact that there's some distance between the, where you can see the tree trunk. It's not filled in. There's white space. And I think that's why I like it the most. So let's dip and get some water. And I have another palette here just to make sure I'm grabbing the right colors. And I'm just going to start by trees are not, let's see, it's dirty, so I want to come over here. Trees are not like perfect. And I'm adding some different greens. So I want a darker, okay, that was brown. I may even add some like turquoisey green in here. That's a real green. So I'm having fun. And I'm adding some different types of greens. And like I said, I'm leaving that space there. And let's see, let's add some more darker at the bottom. And I'm making the bottom thicker. I think I'm gonna kind of add just a little bit different. Now, I want to bring in some splatter. And I want it to be a couple different colors, so just a little bit of that. Now the other color I love is this gold. And I'll put the link because I bought this as a separate tin. Absolutely love that. This gold here. See, I dipped my brush in the right one. So I'm going to just draw a star. Very abstracty star. And I'm going to put a tree chunk down here. Very abstracty. Abstracty. Is that a word? Abstracty. Okay, I'm ready. Very simple. Now, I'm thinking I might like a little darker green. So I'm opening up the larger of my Karataki. I'm going in with the thinner brush again, and I'm grabbing some really darker green. I think the trick to making this style of tree is to keep it loose and to have different different colors of green. Oopsie. I put the dirty brush in the wrong one. That's okay. I'll get used to it. I paint like I do with acrylics there. Now I'm just making it very abstract. So that's all I do. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to do another one. Okay. This time I'm not going to put the line down. And I'm going to try to see if I can just do this fast. Let's go with some of the other colors of green. I think sometimes the more loose you are, the more fun you have. And I mean that sincerely. Put the little and go with a smaller little brush to do the star. And you can put anything. Okay, I'm going to let that dry before I do the sprinkles. So a very simple way to finish off these cards, and you can certainly add glitter, you can, you know, really take these a little bit further, is I got these pens, and I love the Signor pen. I have this in white and gold. As you can see, it's a very thin line. Beautiful, nice and like bright. You have to wait till your art is dry before you go into it, though. And this is the deco color. Let's see. One is, it's a deco color Premium Prime Premio. It's gold, and one has like a chiseled tip on it. This is the more of a chiseled. So it's, you can have it on the side, or you can, you know, flat or straight. And the other is more of a thicker round. They kind of come out the same, but you can, you know, play with them a little differently. But the gold is almost like a very sparkly gold. So if I were to take a look at these, and I wanted just to take these a little bit further, what I might do is play with the star here. Now I'm doing this again, not to belabor my issue with my eye, but I am struggling with some vision issues. But you can do things like really just enjoy some very loose structure, which is kind of what I did. Let's go ahead and you can sign your name. I still think I might want some sprinkle or splatter gold. Let me move this other one on this one. So I did a little splatter there. And I like that. Again, it's very simple tree, but it's just a lot of fun. And an added just gold touch to me is just fun. You don't need to add the gold. And on this one, I may just, you know, kind of bring the tree trunk, but I think I like this one the way it is. That was a sloppy signature. So these two trees, to me, I love. They're simple, but I've already sent a couple of these out to some family, and they love them, maybe because they love me, but they love them. So I hope it's something that you may try to incorporate into, you know, your holiday. You could sit down and do this with your kids or with some neighbors. You know, have like a cookie night and make some of these. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Well, thank you so much for letting me share a little bit of what I've been up to this last week or so. And again, thank you for all the wonderful comments that you've made in my feeds regarding my surgery and well wishes and the prayers. They've really worked. Since we're at the end, if you made it to the end, I did want to say this, that the outcome of the surgery was not a good prognosis at the start because of the fact that my eye was so nearsighted. The chance of getting the macular hole in the retina, I think that's what it's called, closed was not good chances. So your prayers, because I don't really have a lot of friends because I'm such an introvert, but your prayers had to have been so powerful that the doctor actually said that he used my case. He spoke at a conference and used my case to talk about a success that was a good outcome, because he even said, when I told him thank you for fixing my eye, he said it had to have been God, because the chances of it being fixed, I knew when I went into it totally where the odds were not on my side. But with God, anything can happen. And I know that the prayers that were put out there by all of you, the well wishes, have helped me heal, made all the difference in the surgery. And I just wanted to share that with you, to those that have stayed to the end and might want to hear those encouraging words, especially if you're going through a struggle in your life. So thank you. Let me know in the comments below, anything that you might be going through that the rest of us might be able to encourage each other with. Anyway, thank you. And maybe next time or next week I can share with you a new way that I've set up my painting space to make it a little bit easier for me so that I can paint on my wall and on my easel a little bit easier. So take care, and I will see you next week.